Welcome, adventurers! What's going on, guys? My name is Cody. This is Taking 20, a channel about all things role-playing games. And today is day 29 of our 30-day Dungeons & Dragons challenge. So getting down to business, today is our final substitution for the challenge. And today's original question was supposed to be, what is a number that you always kind of seem to roll on the dice? And no, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to talk about our most memorable rolls. I hope you guys are ready. Let's get started. So if you've been keeping up with the challenge, you'll know that day 10 was the craziest thing that we've ever seen happen in a game. And that was probably my most memorable roll, because that was the game where my brother bet his character's life in order to save another character's life or bring another character back from the dead, and he was successful on a 50-50 chance. That was probably that was the most memorable roll I think I've ever seen. But there are some others that throughout my gaming experiences, I'm sure all you guys have, of those rolls that just stick with you. Some of them are great, and some of them are not so great. So here are two of my most memorable roles that I have seen or been a part of in Dungeons & Dragons. This first one is one that happened to my buddy Billy while I was running them through Crypt of the Everflame for Pathfinder, which is a great little adventure module, by the way. If you're looking for a fun Pathfinder adventure module, that's one that I definitely recommend, Crypt of the Everflame. And we get to the end, and my buddy Billy, he's playing this big, I don't know, he's playing this big dumbass barbarian or fighter or whatever like that. And the main villain, the big bad evil guy, is a big skeleton guy, and in his room, a bunch of other skeletons kind of come out. And so my buddy goes up to him, and apparently he couldn't attack him. Like, he had to double move to get to him and close him off for some reason. And so it's my turn as the big bad evil guy, and Billy's big dumb fighter's right in his face. And my guy's carrying this big ass great sword, and Billy's holding this big ass great axe. And I'm thinking all right, what can I do that'll be fun here instead of just being we hit each other till one of us dies thing. So I have him make a check if he could disarm Billy. And he totally critted the shit out of it. So he just takes Billy's great axe after Billy rushed all the way up to get in front of him to kind of stop him. He just reaches out and grabs Billy's great axe and he throws it behind him. That's what I had him do. It goes around and everybody's just like, oh shit, Billy doesn't have a weapon. What's he gonna do? And so it's Billy's turn. It goes all the way around, gets back to Billy. And Billy, I'm like, all right, Billy, what do you want to do? And he's like, I'm going to take his fucking great axe. And I look down and I'm looking at the stats on this thing and I'm like, you can try, man, but it's going to be a really high check. And Billy's like, 20. And so I was like, all right. So Billy reaches out and grabs this skeleton's great sword. And without thinking, Billy just reacts. This wasn't even in character. This was him as a player. As a player, he was just and I throw his sword behind me. As soon as he said it, Billy was like, "Oh wait, I don't have a great axe." I forgot he threw mine too. We're sitting there, and everybody at the table is just dying laughing. That's probably one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite criticals, followed by a complete dumbass moment that made everybody at the table laugh, and it's one that we still tease them about today. Okay, and so the second role that I wanted to talk about was one that happened to me, unfortunately. And it happened right at the beginning of a whole big long campaign that we were about to start. Our characters had been taken captive, and we were in this kind of evil wizard scientist laboratory thing. We've all broken out. We've rearmed ourselves. We're trying to find a way out. And of course, we come across the wizard himself, and we're all level 1. And I have a meager little 8 hit points. And so my buddy has this guy cast Cloud of Daggers on me. Apparently I'm the only one that it can hit. I fail my save completely. I think it had a save. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it had a save for half or something like that. But I failed the crap out of it. And so my buddy goes to roll the 4d4 damage. I've got 8 life. I haven't been hit the whole night. So he targeted me with the spell. I've got 8 life. I'm like, cool, no big deal. It's 44. I'll be fine. Even if it drops me, they'll get me back up. And he just so happens to publicly roll this thing. And he rolls a 4, a 4, a 4, and a 4, dealing 16 points of damage to me. Now, if you've never played 5th edition, you'll know that they have a rule for instant death, which is basically if you take massive damage, dropping you below 0, and the remaining damage doubles up your life, you just fucking die. That's it. That's all that happens. And so we're at the very beginning of this whole campaign. We're on the last guy. We're about to drop him. And just like that, I'm fucking dead. That's it. The end. I did the math, and there is only a 1 in 256 chance for it to do a perfect 16 damage, which was the only thing that could have instantly killed me. And so yeah, that is one of my most memorable rolls, as my character at level 1 just got murdered. Just got totally fucking murdered. Do not pass go. Do not collect your $200. So there you go, guys. There are a couple of very memorable roles that I've had or been a part of while I have been playing Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder all these years. And I imagine they'll probably stick with me and my friends for quite some time. But what are some of your favorite roles? What are some of your most memorable roles? Whether they're critical fails and somebody fell off a cliff, or awesome success stories where you punched a dragon with your monk to death. If this is your first time here and you love role-playing games as much as I do, I'd love to have you subscribe. I'll be putting out new videos every week on DM tips, player tips, tutorials, and more. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, just hit that subscribe button down below and come join us. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Cody, and may your games be filled with awesome memories and even better friends. I'll catch you guys next time.